level of being aware of a broader group of people. At the same time, there are blind spots, there are boundaries, and those boundaries are based on all sorts of structural issues, right? Language, cultural differences, simply the social networks that divide people around issues of race, issues of income, issues of age, all of these things. The weird part about a lot of the social media is that you think you're connected to a lot more people and you're aware of a lot more than you really are. We still have biases in who we connect with. We're still only seeing a fragment of the world. So we get these really interesting moments where we're moving towards more connectedness, but not really. And so I think that there's going to be a lot of resolving of that. I think that makes this, very confusing. You look, for example, at the Iranian election and what it meant for the people that were on Twitter or following Twitter to see that. Yet the vast majority of people who use Twitter never saw a single post about the Iran election. Right? So you get into these small bubbles, you get into these little worldviews. And so I think we have to resolve, going forward as we think about what this means for society, what the hype is and what the reality is. And I think that the reality is changing, but the hype is much more magnificent, much more dreamy. The reality is that at a baseline, people still have simple desires, simple needs. They really want friends. They really want sex. They like food. Right? Some of these absolute basics. People are still jockeying for status. They're still trying to be cool, right? And all of this technology comes in, and it shapes how this is happening, and it's part of it. But it's not actually just dictating a whole change in society. It's just become part of the architecture with which all of this stuff modifies in sort of slight and subtle ways.